corner there. If you're watching this live on Twitch or YouTube or Periscope, who uses Periscope? You can watch this live in those places. If you're listening to us on a podcast, why aren't you watching us live on Fridays? Just watch us
you
live
could just put
instead.
it on. You probably have like 4 monitors. Just
put it on one of them. Put it on
number 3.
Put it on your kid's phone while they're supposed to be doing school. Watch this instead. All right, this is our perfunctory disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. Oh. Emma and Damien are not financial advisors. This is edutainment.
Really?
No,
Emma
you're
might
not.
be. Emma picks really well. She's my
advisor. Nothing any of us say is financial advice because we are idiots. We are not advisors. You're idiots. Just live with that. It's okay.
I am not Emma.
No, no, Emma's great. All right, so I want to launch right in today. I don't want to screw around. We're gonna gamify the Blowhard Index a little bit today. Because if you've been listening, all right, sound effect.
That's not a game.
If you've been listening to the Blowhard Index, we've been plunking things in our portfolio because it seems like the thing to do. It's just buy. Nobody wants to sell anything. Nobody wants to do anything. So we're gonna change that up today. We're gonna, by way of an agenda, we were gonna do our portfolio review. So we'll look through the entire portfolio and figure out what we actually own. We're going to do portfolio news. I have headlines for a lot of the stocks that I want to hear your reactions to. And then we're going to do something that I'm calling rank and yank. It's built off the Jack Welch idea that you rank everything and then fire the bottom parts of it. I'll explain it in a minute. And then we're going to do one pop-up game, just a really quick game at the end, which is kind of just for fun and stupid, and no one's going to like it. And that's exactly why we're doing it. Okay, so are you ready to go, Emma and Damien?
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't actually listening. That's the good news.
Yeah, all right. Good start. Okay. All right. So let's start with the portfolio review. So our portfolio, actually, I can show the portfolio now on screen. Our portfolio, the biggest holding we have is Organigram.
You know what sucks?
Yeah, tell me
I
what
was
sucks.
doing well. Now Emma's she's beaten me badly
soundly again.
Emma, you suck.
How does it feel to go from doing well to sucking?
I actually took a screenshot. There was a moment where we were completely tied down to
which is pretty wild.
Down to the 100th decimal place.
Well, today's gonna. My whole goal today is to fuck with Emma's world a little bit, because the game here is going to force Emma to do things she does not like to do, which is to sell and make decisions.
Give me her high-performing stocks.
She likes to sit totally still.
Not a fan.
Emma's biggest position is in Badger Meter. Just let that one linger in the air.
And I'm pretty happy about it. I'm not going to lie.
Badger Meter, which is actually yielded 14.6% return for you, Emma, so not so bad. And Organigram is Damien's biggest with a 61% return, but it was like 120% last a week and a half ago. You should have sold.
I should have sold, but I ranked my companies this week, and I actually put a reason by every company, so I'm going to tell you why I'm holding on to Organigram later.
I like that you have reasons for things. In terms of the sector allocation, so we have our own sectors here on the Blowhard Index, which are better than your sectors. Whatever sectors you're using, they're wrong. Our sectors are better. So you should ask us for ours. Reach out to Free Float Media. The sectors here that we have include our biggest allocation is to hipster stocks. 26.4% of our portfolio overall is in hipster stocks. That's stuff like The Real and Etsy. Basically, if you're somewhere in Brooklyn twirling your, curling your mustache with mustache wax, these are the stocks for you. That's our biggest allocation.
It's hysterical that you're qualifying multi-billion-dollar companies as Brooklyn mustache twirling stocks.
I'm telling you, that's...
Have you been to Brooklyn recently?
That's what it is now. You're going soon.
Billionaires twirling their mustaches. Fair enough.
Our second biggest allocation is to woke stocks. Those are stocks that woke people like to tout. Things like
you, Matt,
Badger Meter.
Yeah. Well, I think that Beyond Meat is woker than it is hipster. I'm angry at that allocation. I'm mad at you.
Oh,
Really? You think that
How dare you.
the hipsters weren't behind the plant-based foods? That's not hipster. That's woke.
Isn't that woke? Isn't that like changing the world? What is woke?
Emma,
What is hipster? I don't even
rule
know.
on this. What is Beyond Meat? Is it hipster or is it woke? I'll change it right now if we're going with
Whoa.
Beyond
woke.
Meat is hipster.
Oh,
It's trying to solve a problem.
Where's your sound effects now?
It's not just vanity. It's not just
It
vanity.
can't. Okay. We all know that I have issues with the term woke in general, but it
Mhm.
cannot be quote unquote woke because it is it's massively like corporate and it's eventually going to get bought out by Tyson or whoever.
Okay.
And
You're going down a path. I don't know why you're going down that path.
because I always
So
go down that path.
So you're saying something
He
can't be
lives
woke.
in the path.
Something can't be
That's
woke
right.
if it's large.
I mean, let's be clear. No company on the New York Stock Exchange is woke. Not a single one, probably.
Not even Beyond
that's
Meat,
not
which
true.
is clearly trying to solve an incredible problem.
Now we're just getting crazy. Cap's
I
back,
don't
which is
understand.
coming
I don't
soon,
understand.
is going
This
to
is
be
a
as
woman
woke as it gets.
This is a woman who owns weapons, and she's telling
it
me
always
that
comes
And
down
do
to the
own
weapons.
I
company
never claimed that weapons were woke.
a company that's trying to eliminate animal product eating animals is not good, is not woke. That's somehow bad.
I
Your
didn't say it
vegan
was
talking
good.
points make it
I'm so mad.
hipster. I'm sorry, your vegan talking
So
points just
angry.
made it hipster.
Okay.
But let's the last thing that's worth saying here is that Damien has returned about 8.8% to date. Oh, just dropped to 8.4% to date. And Emma is up 17.9% to date. So Emma, it's a bruising that's happening right now. So all that said, I want to move on to something I'm calling. We're going to do portfolio news before we get into Rank and Yank. Are you ready to do some portfolio
Rank
news?
and yank. Ooh.
Yeah, I am
do it.
actually.
Because we're gonna make some decisions about the portfolio. They're gonna be grueling. So I'm gonna read a bunch of headlines. I have a whole bunch here, and I just want fast reactions. I don't want long diatribes. I want to whether or not it makes you feel differently about owning the stock. That's the whole point here.
Hurry up.
Okay.
All right, here we go. First headline: Organigram launches Trailblazer Snacks. That's Blazer with a Z.
Keep
The
What a
largest
launch.
competitively priced
Oh.
cannabis-infused chocolate bar in Canada.
old.
Okay. Square gets a street high $330 price target from Deutsche Bank on the Cash
that is.
App stimulus potential. Deutsche Bank thinks that everyone's going to buy stuff from small businesses who use
Okay.
Square using the Cash App.
I wish I could start to tell you my reasons why I'm holding why I have my stocks, because they could both explain these first two headlines. Should I tell
We're
you?
going to come back to it. We'll come back to it.
Fine. Okay,
Does this
hold,
change the way you
hold.
feel?
No, I like it,
You like it.
and you'll see why with my reasoning later.
Urban One and Reach Media launched new original podcast, The Undressing Room.
Oh, come on.
Wait for it. It's three nationally syndicated radio personalities who are doing it. This is what they describe the podcast as in the App Store or in the podcast store. Think of it as a meeting in the ladies' room where just about no topic is off the table, and these women become your best friend in your head. Subscribe for what's poppin' in entertainment and an array of celebrity interviews. The Undressing Room podcast presented by Macy's. Enlightens audience with real life discussions and above all a celebration of Black excellence. So,
Well, I like the last two words, but the ladies' room.
yep, it's the
I
ladies'
don't wanna
room.
imagine- I don't
Black
wanna imagine
excellence in
that.
the ladies' room. That's what it is.
I worked in
Oh
an
wait,
office.
I love that.
I worked in an
The-
office for
the
several
ladies' room is
decades.
it's such like a touchstone for women.
No,
So
stop.
it looks like Emma's a yes on that, and Damien's a meh.
I worked in an office for several decades. I don't want to be anywhere near a ladies' room or a men's room. There's a lot of people who have terrible diets.
Wow. You're
Sorry, Macy's. And Macy's, you're
demeaning.
part of the problem.
Macy's is
public bathroom.
unhappy with you implying that there's a lot of diarrhea in ladies' rooms.
But I will say, based on my reasoning that you'll see later, it's a hold.
Okay. It's a little bit Damien heavy on the news. It's just Damien's companies
All
are
right.
really newsworthy. Tan Tech subsidiary. This is Damien's second largest holding. I found this news. Tan Tech subsidiary launches newest driverless and autonomous street sweeper.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. What? That's like a killing machine.
Oh my
No,
God.
well, we established in our show that went out on Thursday at the Good Game that there's only one company who's made a goal not killing people with their autonomous vehicles. So Tantec may not have that as a goal.
Is it made out of bamboo?
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing. Tantec, their primary industry is using bamboo charcoal and selling bamboo vinegar. And apparently they've invested heavily in subsidiaries now that are electric vehicle and autonomous driving subsidiaries. Nice pivot, Tantec. So
It's a hold.
Here's one for Emma.
Yes.
Etsy president and CEO Josh Silverman sold 16.1 million shares. Also, 3 directors and the CFO sold huge bunches of shares in the past, couple weeks. And this combined with the headline, this is the moment to, quote, win the loyalty of millions of people, Etsy CEO says. So do you think the Etsy CEO, by selling all his shares, is winning the loyalty of the people? Those are the headlines for Etsy.
Wait, I don't understand the correlation.
There is no correlation. They're just bailing on their own company.
Yeah, and they're probably slightly embarrassed that they're cashing out and they're just like rich dopes and they said something touchy-feely to make everyone feel good. I don't know.
It's still a hold.
Wow, still feeling it. All right. Gap is closing more than 200 stores this year. Every story was just about a Gap store closing.
Well, I'll tell you what, and you'll see on my reasoning. I don't need Gap in my life.
Ooh, don't need the Gap, and it's just.
I mean, I don't like that headline.
On Emma's pick for you because that was an Emma.
I don't
pick
like
for
that
you.
headline at all. In fact, I got an email yesterday saying that the Gap store in the Burlington Mall outside of Boston's closing, and it made me shed a tear.
Oh, I do not believe that there were any tears shed. That's a bridge too far. How about this pair of headlines? Ready?
Wait, what are we? Are we not like? Are there actions from these headlines?
This is about feeling. This is setting context so you can think about it because the action is coming next. The action is coming next.
Go.
Pfizer, Moderna, COVID-19 vaccines protection against South African variant unclear. Studies find. And lab studies suggest Pfizer, Moderna vaccines can protect against coronavirus variant. So
Moderna is currently, as of Tuesday afternoon, is inside my mother. So I love Moderna.
That's the grossest way you could have put that.
You
nice.
could not have phrased it any worse.
Sorry, Damien's mother, for the way his grammar works.
Lots of mothers, thank God. Thank you, Moderna.
Oh my God.
Here's one.
The vaccine people, you can get over it.
Here's one from Netflix.
Uh-oh.
The Obamas acquire 9/11 film starring Michael Keaton for Netflix. How do we feel about the Obamas in a 9/11 film on Netflix?
I found the Obamas slightly half inspirational, half icky. So it seems like actually a perfect combination. They seem like Netflix people. I don't know what you just said. I didn't feel about Michael follow Keaton? It. 9/11, Michael Keaton. I don't know what you're talking about. I
a lot of things.
Yeah, let's just move on.
This one's for Emma too. Amazon acquires Selz, S-E-L-Z, a Shopify competitor that helps small businesses build online stores. I read this and I thought there's 2 ways to take this because you own Shopify. You either take this as Shopify's kicking Amazon's ass and Amazon's worried and buying in, or Amazon's getting in and Shopify's about to get their ass kicked. So I don't know which one, how that makes you feel. I'm curious how you feel about that.
I feel that Amazon sucks and I hate them. And that Shopify can weather the storm. That's how I feel.
Wow. Liking the Shopify. Okay. Impossible Foods cuts prices 20%. Beyond Meat shares are dropping.
Because of that?
Yeah, because Impossible Foods is undercutting them.
I mean, as you're about to discover from my my rank, I don't care.
Wow, don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you see my ranking, you're going to see my love for BM.
That's also bowel movement. So let's just...
I know. That's the joy of a delicious
that's
Beyond
what
Meat
happens
patty.
when you have a Beyond Meat patty.
Instant success. I know, exactly.
This one is about Casella Waste, and you got to wait for it. There's a couple of data points here, Emma, for you. Casella Waste Systems publishes its 2020 sustainability report. This is just a press release they put out, but then I went to the report. Here are their targets from 2020 to 2030. Total recordable injury rate, they want to drop the injuries to their employees down from 6.2 per, I think it's, I don't know what the denominator is, but they want to drop their injuries from 6.2 to 4 or less by 2030. Yeah, that's nice. They want to reduce employee turnover from 36%.
Whoa.
1 in 3 people leave the company every year to 25% or lower. They wanted to make it more like 1 in 4.
They could do that.
By 2030. That's the goal, by 2030. They also, I've never seen this as a goal anywhere. I've been in ESG for 20 years. How long have you been in ESG, Woke data, Damien? 25 years?
I don't know. I thought I was part of ESG, but I saw a slide the other day that suggested I'm not. So maybe I don't have any experience.
You're just a number. You are the number. So this is the first time I've ever seen this. They want to, this is 2020 to 2030. They want to reduce the number of environmental sanctions against them.
No, I've seen this.
From 15 to 8. They don't even want to do it in half. They actually want to do it just slightly more than half.
No, they did half, and they rounded up like me. They love to round up.
And then the last one was to double the renewable energy produced by our facility. You feel better or good or worse or what?
I don't know how to feel about.
There you go.
Is I don't care.
Is what the hell just happened?
We know Emma's verbal tics now.
I need to know what is and isn't greenwashing, and that did not clear it up for me.
Well, they're actual hard targets. What are they tied to, Matt? Are they tied to anything?
They're tied to nothing.
Okay. Okay. It's not tied to like pay or
does not
God
suggest
forbid,
that.
right?
No.
Okay.
Here's another one for Emma. This one's easy. Amosite
Kills everybody.
Announces advanced AI-driven electric vehicle courses for Michigan's 3rd largest institution of higher learning, Wayne State University. There's so much to unpack in there that I liked.
Wow.
They're offering courses on AI and electric vehicles, 2 things you hate. They're doing it for Michigan's 3rd largest institution. That's the press release. The 3rd largest.
What's most impressive about Michigan is they have so many massive universities. You don't know this, but they do. Like Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Michigan State, Wayne State. It's a marvel. Good for you, Michigan.
Wow.
Central Michigan.
That I was really unprepared for that.
That level of vitriol against Michigan. How do you feel about that? Anything?
I feel neutrally about that.
Yeah, I was gonna
Neutrally.
say. Remember, she starts with an or an She doesn't care, Matt.
I'm predicting that this stock comes off of Damien's list today. Judge approves Faraday Future's founder's personal bankruptcy plan.
Oh.
You know, it's a good sign when the founder is bankrupt.
That's very Trumpy. Yeah, you'll see. You nailed my ranking.
Yeah, I knew that one was coming off.
Yeah.
Here's one to make you feel good about Parsons, the weapons company. They don't actually sell weapons. Ready?
They shot at someone and missed.
Oh, God.
DHS awards Parsons spot on the $2 billion IDIQ contract. They got a contract for COVID-19 testing. Parsons is the software behind government-sponsored COVID-19 testing. Should we make them a woke company now? We should make them woke now, right?
No, because we can't break our bit. We have everyone believing they make bombs.
That's true.
What do they make?
They make software.
Not bombs.
They don't actually make bombs. They just do it for the Department of Defense.
Okay.
This isn't news, but it was news to me because I saw it. I did not know this. The Real CEO, Julie Wainwright, was the founder of Pets.com. The .com bubble poster child.
That ruins it for me a little bit.
Whoa.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't know that
tacky.
either. Yeah. So
Look,
that
that
was
sounds like growth to me.
growth. All right. She grew.
She grew.
And the last one I have is for Starbucks here.
Yes.
Starbucks is making a big bet on plants. This story is out of Restaurant Business Online. Apparently, Starbucks has opened or converted one of its Seattle stores to sell nothing but plant-based everything. It's
Like including
plant-based
like cups,
everything.
Straws,
everything in it's
lids.
plant-based.
Oh man, I mean, come on. I mean, I love that. I love it.
All right, so that's our news segment. Congratulations for weathering our news segment. Now we're going to take that news and we're going to do something with it. We're going to play something that I'm calling Rank and Yank. Rank and Yank is here's the rules of this game. It's built off what's called the vitality curve, which is pioneered by Jack Welch. Pioneer's the wrong word for
Wait,
that
can you
douchebag.
slow down and focus a bit more on what rank and yank?
That's I'm getting there. Just be patient.
I want to let's talk
listen
about
to
that.
words instead
Rank,
of
yank.
instead of
Okay, go.
dialing
Go.
on your phone. You are going to, each one of you is going to live rank your portfolio from top to bottom. 1 to, I think you each own about 15 or 17 stocks. On whatever criteria you want. I don't care. You can use feelings. You can use data. I prefer data, but you can use feelings.
I don't.
Your top 10 companies will stay in the portfolio. They're your varsity team.
No. Uh-oh. Yeah.
That's right. The next 2 companies will get relegated to JV. You sell all but $1 worth of them. You can keep them on the portfolio, but you can only own $1 worth now.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And the rest of them get sold off alongside your tiers.
Oh, this is terrible.
So with that said,
We're
gonna go through the entire portfolio, and we're gonna look at what you have, and you are going to say where they rank. And once you've ranked them, we're going to sell off everything else.
Oh God.
Are we ready?
This is difficult.
Yeah,
I
So
know
sad.
this is literally Emma's worst nightmare.
it really is.
Feel sad.
You hit it right on the head.
Well, I didn't rank them with this thought. But okay.
Well, I don't care what thoughts you
Yeah,
have.
it's fine. I'm
this
game.
is what
I'm
we're
just
doing.
I'm feeling sad.
All right, so we're going to start with Damien because he ranked them already. Emma, have you ranked them also?
Yeah, I'm not I don't know if I'm sad about it, but yes, I have.
Well, yeah, now that I know the criteria, I might shift a few in that 10, 11, 12, 13 range. But let me just first tell you that not only did I rank them, but I have reasons. My reasons are feelings, of course.
What a terrible reason.
Smart.
Oh,
Okay. Fun. Buy local. Important. Don't know or care.
You're literally just
Okay.
saying words. Smart
Those
is
are my
a reason
reasons.
for something?
Yeah, there's a reasons why I ranked them this way.
Okay. Let's start with Damien's number 1 ranking. Who is definitely going to make your varsity team?
You know, you can guess this.
Yeah, it's Beyond Meat is my guess. Okay,
course.
so
Oh, God.
so Damien's definitely keeping Beyond Meat. Now, because Beyond Meat is number 1, do you want to allocate more money to it? Do you want it to be the number 1 in allocation? We'll come back to the money later, but that's something to think
let's
about.
do that. Let's do that.
Okay, so we're going to
Beyond
over
Meat
allocate.
is everything I care about in the world as a concept.
All right, we'll come back and we'll probably make the trades. We're gonna sell live, but we'll probably over allocate and under allocate offline because we may not have time to do all of it. But let's go to Emma then. Emma, who is your number 1?
Want to guess?
Parsons.
I'm actually guessing for Emma. It's the real.
You're very close. It is Grow Generation.
Grow Generation. Of course, it's the weed adjacent one.
It's my old friend. I've had her since day 1. I'm proud of her.
The question is an allocation question then. Grow Generation is second on your list to Badger Meter. Do you want it to overtake Badger Meter, do you think? That's the thing to think about.
I would like them to be honestly, it depends on their pricing at the moment.
Ooh.
Because
that's so logical
man,
of you.
How excited you are.
Yeah, because Badger Meter is still relatively cheap compared, or not cheap, but like it's
You're not buying
up
into
way
high
less.
gains. Yeah.
It's up way less than Grow Generation is up, and I don't want to buy Grow Generation at too big a high. So we'll see.
So we might keep it. We might just hold it. But Damien,
Yeah.
who's your number 2 stock?
This
Honestly, after Beyond Meat, I have no idea what you even
This
like.
one
Yeah,
even
it gets
nothing.
harder.
This one even surprises me because I still don't really know what they do. But I'm just, again, my top 4 are all feelings based. So number 2 is that the B Corp, my B Corp.
Mm.
Which one was your B Corp? Bumble?
Natural without the L.
Oh, Natura.
Natura. I don't even know what they do. I don't necessarily think that. I don't think it's necessarily a smart company. It seems like it aligns with my worldview, so I'm just gonna keep them up. I'm gonna keep them going.
Well, there was a headline that I did not include where Natura was named the most ethical cosmetics company in the world.
Let's do that.
By some list. Yes. Emma, what's your number 2?
Your first guess.
Yeah, of course it is. The real.
Emma, is your ranking just based on like which companies are doing well?
No.
Okay.
She's going with the companies that she chose that she liked. Like
hey,
she
I'm
very
not
clearly
I'm
just
not asking
liked
you,
them.
Matt. I'm not asking you.
Well, I'm telling you, as my clients, I know what you like and what you hate.
Yeah, and I chose great.
But here's the thing that's already happening, because Damien, your number 2 is the number 26th holding that we have. It's almost the last holding that we have.
Look, here's the reality of what's going to happen in my portfolio is that I am going to shoot myself in the foot because I am keeping companies I know I shouldn't just purely based on feelings. And you'll see from number 3 and number 4 on my list,
I've given up.
So my number 3 is Bumble, which I told you when I bought into it, I knew this stock was too high. I was pissed that I couldn't buy it at the IPO. And I don't necessarily feel good about, the performance of Bumble. I think it's going to keep going down, but it's important to me. So I'm going to keep it.
Yeah, but so Bumble dropped, since you bought it, it's dropped about 12%.
Yep.
But if you believe in it, that's kind of a call to actually buy in, isn't it? It's cheaper than when you bought it.
Yeah, I believe long-term in Bumble. So I'm happy, but I already have a pretty high buy-in, don't I?
Yeah, but we're gonna axe three or 4 positions, right? And we're gonna slice one. So you're gonna have, and you have a lot of money to allocate. So we'll come back to that.
Sure.
Emma, your number 3 then. Can I take a guess what your number 3 is?
Mm-hmm.
Air products and chemicals.
Incorrect.
Oh, I thought you were going to try to just. Oh, it's Badger Meter.
Badger Meter.
Badger Meter, baby.
Dude, you are boring.
I believe
don't
Badger
think I'm
Meter was
boring
my
whatsoever.
suggestion for you, wasn't it? Was that my suggestion? Or was that yours?
No. I found that one all on my little lonesome.
Oh, lame. You know what's happening here? We're just weeding out the ones that I suggested. The ones that I did diligent research to get for you that would fit your personalities. We're going to weed those out.
That's true of my list, unfortunately.
It's unbelievable. It's like I'm never doing anything. This is why, client side note, this is why you should not do anything for your fucking clients. They don't appreciate you.
Remind me, Matt, how many companies, 10 stay in varsity? How many go to JV?
2.
And the rest are done.
Done. They're gone.
Oh my
God.
more. I feel like throwing up.
I'm ready. No, I'm good.
Okay.
This is at the reverse effect. I thought Emma would have the hard time, and Damien's having the hard time because it's all feelings.
I'm feeling
because I have less companies than Damien.
That's Damien, Emma goes to the supermarket and she comes home just with a cart full of vanilla ice cream. Like that's how she lives her life.
I actually
dare you?
I'm not sure that's true. She comes.
I don't think it's true.
A cart of soy-based
vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla.
Oh my god.
Your portfolio is like Emma. It's just like whatever. Who cares?
I'm sorry.
Her portfolio
Microsoft, Netflix, Apple man.
Her portfolio that is doubling the return of your portfolio is
whatever.
Who cares?
I never suggested that I was better at this than Emma. I never even. Actually, I didn't even think it.
Okay. speaking of better, what's your number 4 pick? What's better
Me?
than number 5? Yeah.
Again, like I don't feel like this is necessarily a smart one, but it's so feelings based. It's Urban One.
Yeah.
That surprises me. That was a pick of mine for you. I actually figured you might try to sell it and then buy Carver Bank.
Well, you know what? Well, that's a good thought. You know, we were forced, for lack of better words, to put together a playlist today of what Black Lives Matter companies, which is, you know, it's kind of a ridiculous task, and it was difficult, but I found 8 black-owned companies. Seems pretty low. I found 8 black-owned tickers, so it reinforced my love for Urban One because I just feel like this is the perfect thing for me to invest in. I'm not Emma, I'm not cutthroat, so it's a perfect place for me to land. I don't feel great about the podcast coming out of a ladies' room in Macy's. It's not like sparking a tingle in me. But I'm gonna hold on
There's
to
a lot
it.
of
So there you
words
go.
there.
Wait,
that
I would like to interject briefly because just for reference, we originally were going to rank each other's companies, and I did that too. And Damien,
Ooh.
I ranked Urban One as your number 1 company.
I put all of
Ooh.
yours as number 947.
I know you did. You're very jealous.
Actually, the only one
Damien
that
would have ranked Parsons number 1. There's no way.
1 week we should have a steal a company because I have a couple. I would steal a
I
couple
put
of
that-
Emma's.
I had that idea recently.
I love
There are two
that
I would
idea.
steal from Emma in a second.
I love that idea, and now we're going to implement it at the end of this segment
Oh,
when we've
God.
And
when
no,
we've
it's really a
sold
company
everything.
switcheroo.
When we
Switcheroo?
sold everything, yeah, there's going to be you each get to steal 1 company.
Oh, I bet.
Okay, I love that. That's brilliant. Okay, Emma, your number 4 company here.
Yep, we're going with Amosite.
You're just making up company names. I don't even know who you are anymore. I don't
need
know
to
you
pay
anymore.
attention.
I know. You know, when I pitched Urban One to Damien, I said that this is like one of 4 or 5 black-owned, publicly traded companies. I said, in fact, that was like the pitch.
Yeah.
And
It
Damien
was.
then went and did the research and found that out, and now loves the company. When he was like, "Why do I own this?"
I don't love the company necessarily. I love. Okay, it's a challenging thought. Let's just move on.
All right.
Challenge me.
I don't think it's gonna perform well. I just don't really. I don't know, media companies, podcasts. I mean, we're making a podcast, and I know how ridiculous it is. So
Why we're heavily
Damien-
monetized.
yeah, exactly.
Damien, let's see. Amosite, you guys made fun of me endlessly for.
I will-
Amosite is up 95%.
I don't care.
Amosite. Wait a minute. Before we go all high and mighty on our 95% Amosite return, the fact is Amosite is such a low volume company. Literally 1 trade bumps the price up to whatever, and then if somebody
I don't
sells it,
care.
it's down 95% tomorrow.
I'm
It's
sorry,
like no
I
one
haven't
cares
seen
about
it be
Amosite.
down in weeks.
Is that
You know-
something we should worry about, Matt? Like, is that an important point you're making for us?
When you're
portfolio builders?
when you're buying small or low, low float companies, then single trades often move the price. So it's not like Microsoft where there's millions of volume every day. Your trade just is a one in a massive shuffle. You can't move the price. But if we actually had real money and we decided to spend $100,000 on Amosite, you might actually see the price move just based on that move, right? So I'm
Get in on the ground floor.
you and Wayne State are on the ground floor. All right, Damien. Number 5. We are halfway through our varsity team. Damien's got Beyond Meat, Natura, Bumble, and Urban One.
This is my first stock in my fun category. It's fun to hold it, and that's Organigram.
Yeah, that's the one that it's a weed stock, and you just like to see it go up when Redditors
Yeah, it's fun.
get into it.
It entertains me.
And it's also your largest holding. It's interesting that your largest current holding is actually number 5 on your list of ranking.
Roll
Yank.
fat. Yep.
Spoken like somebody who doesn't actually smoke.
Not anymore.
Emma, number 5 for you.
Mm-hmm. Number 5 for me is Vital Farms.
Nice.
I'm still. That might be the one I steal from Emma because I don't.
Shit,
I don't.
no.
There's no reason.
You
it
wanted
should be-
Moderna.
There's no reason it should be in your portfolio. That Matt picked that out for me. I'm
No,
the
he picked it out for both of us.
girl. Come on. I'm
He
the jerk.
did.
I'm the jerk who spent a whole stupid summer on a nasty organic chicken farm. I mean, come
I
on.
would
Get over
not
yourself.
call organic chicken farms nasty like you.
Oh.
Well, you should walk through a chicken house when it's 100 degrees and you have to pick up like 4 dead chickens. Go for it. Go ahead. Tell me that's not nasty.
That was pleasant. I
All-
apologize to our listeners.
All of
for
that
having to
sounds
hear
incredibly interesting to me in no way. Damien, number 6 on your list.
This is where it gets difficult, and I reserve the right to. I might tinker my list at the very end. I didn't know that this is going to be this way, but number 6 is my only buy local stock. I want some kind of local pride, and that's IDEX.
IDEX, and that's hard for you too, because IDEX is not like one of the companies that you would own if it wasn't local.
It's kind of like a blue chip in my head. It's like owning IBM or something.
But strategically, if you know you're going to steal one from Emma and Vital Farms represents a local to you, then
Is it? No, I thought Vital Farms is like Virginia.
they are. But they feel local-ish.
No, I mean local as in like it's literally 2 miles down the
Well,
road.
Casella Waste is local too, so you
Where's
can think
Casella
about
Waste?
that. It's a New England-based.
Oh no, I
waste
mean
management
Matt,
company.
it is 2 miles away.
Well, I can't help that. Like you can invest in the Ahold Delhaize, which owns Stop and Shop and Hannaford's, and Hannaford's.
Oh, please no, please don't make me.
They're just based in the Netherlands. Emma,
Don't force me.
you're number
Yes.
6. We're running out of varsity slots here. What are we gonna do?
I
Oh.
know. Number 6 is Teledoc.
Teladoc. I.
What? Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God.
that is all the pretend.
You are not allowed to ask me if every company I own is real.
Did you use AI to select all this? Like, are you part robot?
Okay, to the first part, no. To the second part, yes, obviously.
All right.
Yeah, at least
okay
we're on the
with
same
that.
page.
Wait,
Says
wait,
the guy
okay,
who wants Natura as their number 2
Yeah,
stock and doesn't
shut
know
up.
what they
B
do.
Corp. B Corp. Hey, wait. Remind me again. How many companies are in JV? 2.
You get 2 on JV.
Oh my
10 on
God.
varsity.
Okay.
You have the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, and well, he does own Organigram if he doesn't smoke Organigram.
I feel proud of that, Emma. Thank you. I like goldfish.
Damien, we're on number 7. You got
Okay, this is I labeled this my important stock. That would be Moderna.
important. How is it important that you
They're
own the
saving
stock?
lives. They're vaccinating people. I feel I just
They're
like
also-
I want.
The CEO is also selling all his stock.
Well, whatever.
All right.
Again, I
Good.
reserve the right for late tinkering because this whole thing threw me.
That's the idea. You're not supposed to be in on it. Emma, number 7 for you.
Shopify.
Really? Emma's got on her list, Shopify and Vital Farms were both my suggestion. I feel a little bit relieved that somebody cares.
I don't even really know, Emma. What does Shopify do? I don't actually even really know. They're like an Amazon competitor.
They're an online marketplace for small businesses primarily.
What does that mean? Like eBay?
No, not
No.
like eBay. Like
It's
like
What?
so,
it's Amazon only all small businesses.
Is it like Etsy?
and they use it for, so like the small sustainable fashion company I worked for used it when they were checking customers out. Like that's the program we would have open on like the little iPad
Oh.
where that's where you like sign
Like
your name.
Square?
And you're like, I'm paying.
Yeah, so if you combine Square and Amazon into a single vertical for small businesses.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, great.
Great. Super. Actually, looking at the list, Damien took Urban One, IDEX, and Moderna, which were all my suggestions. So
Yes,
I
thank
take
you,
it
Matt.
back. You don't do anything without my say so.
Thank you.
Number 8, Damien.
Okay, this is my first one in my category called smart, which makes me I just think like these are smart stocks to own. Maybe these are like long-term blue chippy things, or it just seems wise, and that would be Square.
Another me pick. You're not picking it because it's smart. You're picking it because Jack Dorsey is your love bro.
No. It just seems like 2021. I don't know. It just seems like a good thing to hold on to. I don't know. Smart.
that is the smartest reasoning I've ever heard for
no feeling.
why
It's not local. It's not fun. Just seems like a wise
your reasoning for buying a smart company was it just seems like the thing to hold on to.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all right. Emma, number 8 for you.
Etsy.
Basically,
I've got my eye on Etsy as a steal.
here's a whole look at the list. Emma's list is basically shopping, staying home, and being stoned. That's it.
Be
That's
nice.
the whole thing.
Emma, I'm going to tell you
I
right
think
now,
you're
Emma.
missing some stuff on there.
Emma, I'm going to tell you right now. Here's the top 3 I got my eye on. So just feel sad. Etsy, The Real, and Vital Farms.
Wait, no way. You are not allowed to steal The Real.
I'm just telling
after
you,
the amount of shit I have gotten for it.
If there's an option, no, I supported The Real way back in the day. Matt makes fun of you for that one. Now listen,
Both of you make fun of me.
maybe Matt wants to implement a policy where we can what is that in fantasy leagues where you can keeper leagues, right? We can like keep.
No, there's no keeper leagues. If Damien, if you steal, we steal Beyond Meat. That's probably the way it's gonna go.
Well, find the tapes, Emma. Find the tapes. I've always supported.
No, I
the
know
bill.
you supported
Always.
it originally, but you have made fun of me for it ever since.
No, find the tapes. That's not true.
Let's go to
Find
number
the
9,
tape.
Damien. You've got 2 more slots to fill on
God.
your varsity team, and then we're getting into axe territory.
Okay, I might start tinkering with my list. I'm gonna do this. I'm calling this one my. It's a little bit woke, a little bit fun. I need a little bit of fun in my portfolio, and that's gonna be Tantech.
Tantech, an excellent choice if ever there was a choice for bamboo-covered electronic vehicles. All right.
I have a stupid portfolio. Let's be real.
I know you did that as a China play because there's a Chinese company.
Yeah,
and
it's just a little fun.
That.
It's that's why it's fun. It's a little fun. I like looking at Tantech.
Emma, number 9 for you in your last 2 slots. What's the number 9?
Number 9 for me is Brookfield Renewable.
Boo.
That's actually that was an Emma play early on. Her friend told her about that. I think wasn't that the one?
No, it was my friend told me to look into
air products.
Oh God, what did she tell me to look at? She told me to look into something specific in the energy field, and I couldn't find it, and I happened upon this.
Oh, so this was your second crappy energy choice.
I'll never steal that one.
Damien, your last varsity slot goes to.
He has no idea, Matt.
I know the pain in his face. He's looking at the list and he's like, I don't like any of my choices.
I'm putting this another one of my. I have a bunch of what I call smarts. Oh yeah. It's either going to be Netflix or Microsoft.
I think that's the boring category, not smart.
Yes, it is.
It's my blue chips. Oh God, I
have to admit, I'm having trouble with my last one too. I'm like ready to change it any second.
Can you guys chime in for me? Help me out. Microsoft or Netflix? Help me out.
It's down between those two.
Yeah,
I think you have to go with Microsoft because of Netflix's governance.
I could put Apple in there. Let's put Apple in there too. How about those 3?
Absolutely not. Apple is already kicked out.
What'd you say, Matt? Whose governance is better?
I think you have to play to strength here. You look at the governance of each of them. Netflix has a reputation of being incredibly transparent with its board members, but has a bunch of board members that are totally stacked, such that Reed Hastings.
But here's another way to look at it.
They're totally what?
It's a stacked board, right? Reed Hastings has all the control, basically, as founder.
But hang on.
Yeah.
Here's another way to look at it, Damien. Yeah. Which company do you feel more passionately about what they do?
I gotta be honest. Like, I know I get made fun of this a lot, and I don't know at what level. I don't know. There might be a little bit of greenwashing, of course, but over the last 5 years, I feel like there are a lot of changes and policy changes, governance changes at Microsoft that have impressed me. So I tend to lean toward that.
Yeah, but how do you feel about Outlook?
I hate it. Outlook is
Team.
terrible. It is terrible. I don't know.
So-
This is why it's hard for me. I mean,
So look around you and look at what you use more, and maybe make that like if you're not going to
I'm
do it based
embarrassed
on
how much I use
data and
Netflix.
governance.
I'm embarrassed how much I use Netflix. Microsoft. I have Windows 10 right now. I'm
Everybody has Windows 10. That doesn't mean anything.
what I use. I mean, I'm being forced to use Microsoft.
Okay, what about Apple products? So you're being forced to use the one you might buy? That seems ridiculous.
I have an iPhone. Yes, I have like a little bit of all these three. I have a little bit of all these three.
But I think Netflix is the one that's closest to your heart and most in your wheelhouse. Like you spend shows doing Netflix lists and talking about pop culture. And
Yeah, you're right. It's a more fun hold, I suppose.
you've never once talked about
All right,
how
let's-
fun it is. Although you do like holding like an openly gay CEO, you don't talk about how
That's
fun
true.
Apple is.
That's true too. See, now I'm back to being confused. What was your choice, Emma?
Yeah.
Out of-
Emma, why
of
don't we
those
go to
three.
your number 10?
Okay.
while
No,
Damien-
wait. I want to hear her recommendation out of those three. It's gonna be Netflix, right?
Yeah, it is gonna be Netflix.
All right, I'll just go Netflix. It's fine.
Because
Netflix.
you always lecture me about investing in companies of products that you actually use and like. So I feel like you need to apply that to yourself.
Yeah, I got nothing against. I'm impressed with Apple products, to be honest.
Well,
I'm not.
impressed enough to keep the gay CEO. So
Yeah.
screw you, gays. That's what Damien has to
Mm.
say
Oh.
with his picks.
I feel horrible about that. But Reed Hastings supports education, right? Didn't you tell me that?
Yeah, he did donate to historically black universities.
Right.
Emma, your
Mhm.
last slot on your varsity portfolio
So
goes to.
I just made a game time decision. I just switched what I originally had like 8 seconds ago. My choice is EVgo / it's a climate SPAC, I believe.
Wow,
Oh,
going
that
with the SPAC.
I am going with the SPAC.
And
My
switched
SPAC.
off of what to that?
I switched from Casella
Ooh.
Waste.
Ooh.
They both sound terrible.
Those are not Steelers for Damien.
No.
But it does not seem like it was as hard a choice. It's just you're making
Oh, you know what?
decisions.
We can
Yeah.
discuss this next week, but how about the teams in our JV league are untouchable? How about those you can't steal those?
Well,
Yeah.
they're only $1. Why would you want to?
But you could hide them there if you don't want me to come after the real.
That's true. You'd have to under allocate to that in order to make it
No,
untouchable.
I'm not gonna dishonor.
We're
them
gonna
like
make
that.
we're gonna make that rule right now. If there's anybody
I could just blow Emma's mind and just take grow generation and call it a
That's
day.
fine.
we're
You can take whatever you want.
Wow, she's just giving up already. Giving up on the game. All right, so Damien's varsity team is Beyond Meat, Natura, Bumble, Urban One, Organigram, IDEX, Moderna, Square, Tantech,
I already don't like it. Yep.
and Netflix. What does that say about you, that group?
I'm already second guessing.
Oh,
Impossible.
It says a lot of things. Emma's varsity team is Grow Generation, Real, Badger Meter, Amosite, Vital Farms, Teledoc, Shopify, Etsy, Brookfield Renewables, and EVgo. Now, I know for a fact that Damien's looking at your portfolio, Emma, and other than EVgo and Brookfield saying, and probably Teledoc, saying all of those feel kind of better than mine. And
'Cause
looking
they
at his
are.
portfolio, and he wants to steal like 4 out of your 10.
That's not true.
No, it is true. You already listed the 3 that you.
I'm not very fond of most of her companies.
Now let's do JV. 2 JV companies, and then we are going to sell the rest. Sell it off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is tough for me.
I can go first if you want.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. My JV team is Casella Waste.
Oh,
Yeah, that was easy. And
Yeah.
who's your second player?
Parsons.
Oh,
Wow,
come
Parking Parsons.
it's gross.
I am.
That's a double down right there. There's nothing. That's just a pure double down, which means Emma, you are selling. If I'm looking at your full list here, it looks
Yep.
like you're selling Salesforce,
Yep.
Air Products,
Yep.
CNS Pharmaceuticals, selling at a low there. Nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
And is that it? Yeah, that's it.
And Spotify.
And Spotify. So the sell list is Spotify, Salesforce, Air Products, and CNS Pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
Damien, you've got 2 JV slots. These are going to be your dollar plays. What are we going with?
Unfortunately, my dollar plays are like my blue chips. Well, the 3 I have remaining are Microsoft, Apple, and Starbucks, so I have to just pick 2 of them.
If a listener could count how many times Damien has said the phrase blue chip and email it to me, that would be great.
You also have Romeo Power, Damien. You're not going to keep
I don't
that?
understand Romeo Power. Okay, I'll tell you.
You picked it for Emma. That was your choice that
How did I
you
end up
brought
with
to
it?
this show to sell to Emma.
How did I end up with it?
Because
You
I
wanted it.
said to you, if you like this so much and Emma doesn't, why don't you buy it? And you said, fine, I'll buy it. And
Yep.
you bought it.
I don't remember what it is. That's my problem.
God, this is like
Here, I have 3 in my don't know or care list. That's Gap, Romeo Power, and Faraday Future. So they're done.
Gap, Romeo, and Faraday are done.
I have DraftKings
Bye-bye.
on my fun list, but it's a bit too bro-y for me. It doesn't fit.
DraftKings just got added to. Have you ever heard of ARK Invest?
No.
So ARK Invest is like they only invest in like disruptive technologies. They were really early on the Tesla train, and the woman who leads the portfolio is like, she's on CNBC all the time. Everybody wants to know what she thinks. She's kind of like a modern, hot stock picker of the moment. And she just ARK invested in DraftKings.
When did this happen?
Like a week ago.
Maybe you're changing my mind. All right.
My God. Matt, what are you doing?
I like them doing the point, which is to
No, I
confuse
like
him.
when Matt. This is what I like when Matt does. All right, I'll keep it around. Fine. It is one of my fun stocks, and I might as well put something fun on my JV team. It's the perfect.
DraftKings?
It's the
on the
perfect
JV.
like farty 13-year-old like bench warmer.
DraftKings on the JV, and you've got one more for your JV squad. What's it going to be?
All right. Well, my
Is it
feelings
Melody
are really,
Hobson? Is it Satya Nadella?
I'm gonna have to go with my feelings on this one, and I gotta keep my Melody Hobson love alive.
So Starbucks it is for your last one. That means you're getting rid of Gap, Romeo Power, Faraday Future, Microsoft, and is that it? That's it, right?
And Apple.
And Apple. You even own
Gross.
Apple.
I feel sad about it. I had my nice Satya. I had my nice gay cook. I loved it. Come on, I was so happy.
Well, here now. If you're watching this live, you can see me scrolling through, looking for the
God.
tickers for each of
Emma's
these.
gonna be killing me now.
So here we go. CRM. We're Salesforce. Trade it. Sell all. Salesforce. Gone.
Wow.
Next up. Nobody's sad about that.
This is not. I wish this was more exciting what you were doing, but I don't feel excited by it.
Spotify. Sell all.
Like I don't see fireworks or I don't
Gone.
see anything changing.
Well,
You
when
could
I
sing
enter
the Finnish
this,
national anthem while we wait.
I don't hear sound effects. That sounds terrible.
Sell Microsoft. Gone. You no longer own Microsoft, and you'll never own it again.
Emma, did you
Do that all
properly
day.
graduate, Emma, or were you COVID graduate? Did you COVID
You think
graduate?
I had a graduation?
Yeah, what happened? When did you graduate?
May of 2020.
Okay, so how do they do a virtual?
Yeah, I mean, it was a joke. Like
Why-
they
why
barely
was
did
it a joke?
anything.
So they didn't even have like a separated. They did nothing. Nothing
No.
physical.
Separation
No.
agreements.
No, they didn't. We did not meet in person. And theoretically, we were supposed to have one this past fall.
So do you think they'll eventually have one when it's safe?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Because by the time it's legitimately safe, I'm gonna be like 2.5 years graduated.
Who was your virtual speaker?
No one important.
No one. That's
No, they didn't get us a speaker.
But hadn't they arranged it before?
No.
But coronavirus hit in March.
Yeah.
Although if you listen to our show, it hit in January.
Yeah.
Well, so
that's true.
I don't know about the speaker more specifically, but my university does like a spring concert every year, and a lot of universities do that. And they purposefully would not tell us who they had booked because they wanted to use them in the future.
House of Pain?
Yes, exactly.
Mighty Mighty Boss Tones?
Yeah, so they wouldn't even tell us who we were supposed to see for our spring fling.
That sounds boring. Thank you, Tufts, for boring me.
Wait a minute. That story sounds boring, or doing this on a podcast and live show talking about
I'm
Emma's
waiting for you.
graduation is
I thought you were
boring.
like selling and buying stuff. I was just curious.
Everything is sold and bought except for Gap. Gap is the last one.
Oh,
Bye,
And
Gap.
Goodbye, Gap. Sell all. Gap is gone. All right. Now we are going to steal.
oh God.
Oh my God.
This is traumatic.
Who goes first?
I love
Emma, we can agree not to steal.
No, you can't.
No.
That's not, this is a game. You're stealing something.
Uh,
Oh
So,
my gosh.
who's
Emma,
going
you
to
go
take
first.
what? Whoever. I'm happy to defer to you to who goes first. Otherwise, I'll just pick somebody.
Emma, you can go first unless you want to flip a coin.
I don't care.
So you go first.
Okay. Oh, this is so hard. I'm
She
really
can
struggling.
steal anything from my anything,
Top
right?
10.
JV. She's not gonna,
Anything from anything in your portfolio except the JV.
I don't
it's-
feel
it's
good about
varsity.
this. I don't feel happy about this.
This is very, very tough. I don't know. Hang on. I need to think.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Here's the thing that I'll make a suggestion of a steal
Okay,
because
go for it.
because I think your personality. You want to steal in line with your personalities. So I don't think you're much of a Beyond Meat person. You never really cared that deeply about the plant-based meat.
Only if she wants to piss me off.
Natura, you
Only,
hate.
no, I would if I wanted to piss Damien off. That's what I would take.
I think
No,
you
I have a
generally hate
couple there
cosmetics, so
that could piss
Natura
me
makes
off.
no sense to you.
No.
Bumble, you hate people and dating,
do
so
hate
you're not going to go with
and
that.
dating. You're
Urban
right.
One, you hate black people.
Oh my God.
Wow, this is shocking.
No, Urban One, you just don't. I don't get a sense that you
Really,
deeply
I
care
was
about.
interested in Urban One.
No, but they're never gonna perform well, and that's gonna bum you out.
No, that's not true. Organogram
No.
is the clear option.
That's my only thing that doesn't.
But I feel
because-
bad taking an Organogram from him. Like I really do.
It's fine. There are other weed stocks. I'll get another weed stock. You do what you gotta do.
IDEX is local. It has nothing. Moderna is met to you. Square, you don't like Jack Dorsey. Tantec, you don't
Nope.
get. Netflix is the only other one that I think might
jeez,
be
Netflix.
might
I
be
forgot about that
steal
one.
worthy for you.
That's very
Um,
Emma Netflix.
So I guess then if I were to order the possible steals, it would be Organogram, Netflix, and then maybe Urban One. Damien, your steals.
Mine are obvious.
Yours are really obvious. You want like 10 of Emma's companies.
No, that's a lie. There's 3 I want. I told you the 3
I know
are.
you want when I said that when Emma brought Etsy to the show and bought Etsy, you were immediately jealous. You wish
I
you'd
was.
known it was public.
I was.
You want it. You said, I wish I could have bought that. I want that.
Yeah.
I would put Etsy number 1 for you actually as a potential steal. Number 2 would be Grow Generation because you want to screw with
No.
her.
Yeah, I don't care.
And number 3, I think, would be the Etsy rerun, which is the Real. I feel like you would take that because it's Etsy adjacent.
Yeah.
Nothing else on this list. Vital Farms, a little bit. Badger Meter, definitely no. Teledoc, you don't care about. Shopify is moderately interesting, but
No, I don't-
it's Canadian.
no.
That's why you like it.
I don't like any of the other stuff, so don't even worry about it. You nailed my top picks.
Ugh.
I gotta say though,
Honestly-
Emma, like I was all ready to take the Real. That was probably my number 1, but this pets.com thing, I think I'm over them.
Wow.
You can, I just, I'm done.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm not into pets.com.
Oh, okay.
Why? Because it
That's
blew
fine.
up in spectacular
you can
fashion.
you can keep your beloved real.
Okay. Thank you. Damien, I need you to go first.
Damien,
Okay.
you're going first. And Damien's stealing Etsy.
See,
Emma doesn't like that.
if I had known, I would have done a bit more research. Do we know anything about the Etsy governance, Matt? Do you remember anything about them?
It's mostly made up of venture capitalists. They IPO'd recently. It's like mostly white men venture capitalists, but the rest of it is actually kind of good.
That doesn't make me feel great.
Grow Generation, I think, was all men.
Grow Generation is.
I don't want
white
Grow Generation.
Well, then you said I don't want Grow Generation, and the real pets.com makes me not want them. That leaves you with Etsy. That's it.
No, it's between Etsy and Vital Farms.
Vital Farms is the one that said no bullshit in its investor relations.
Wait, that's our shtick. That's the bestie shtick.
They said it straight up in an investor presentation that they were no bullshit, that they're the ones who hew very closely to stakeholder capitalism. They would be a B Corp if they just wanted to be a B Corp, because everything they're doing already kind of complies. But they only make basically eggs, so it's not exactly like.
I have a love for eggs. Oh, this is tough. That's the one I know I should pick, but I mean that's the one I want the most. But Etsy is calling to me a little bit. So, Emma, what do you?
So their board, just so you know, their board is half and half men and women.
Who? Etsy?
Mm-hmm.
What about Vital Farms? What are you choosing between with mine?
I am choosing between Organigram, Urban One, and probably Tantec or Natura.
Oh my God.
Now for the steal, you don't get to get the gains from the steal.
Why not?
We sell the company and immediately buy it back. We churn it. So you start at a 0%. You're stealing it today. You can't steal it when they bought it. Because then you could just basically steal, Emma could just steal Organigram and be up 30% and say her portfolio is kicking your ass. That doesn't seem right.
Well, my portfolio is kicking his ass without Organigram.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I can't deny that.
Okay. Damien, have you made a decision?
Yeah, it's tough. I'm looking at the Vital Farms board right now.
Yeah.
All right, we're making a decision right now. Who's going first?
Damien is.
Deferring to the older gentleman with the beard.
Correct.
Damien, make your pick. What is it? Let's go. Come on. We don't have all day.
Doing a little bit of research on Robinhood.
There's no research to be done on Robinhood.
No,
Robinhood's a shit show
make
for
a decision.
Research. Robinhood tells you nothing. It gives you nothing except the ability to trade.
I'll go. This is sad because I want Vital Farms, but I feel like I'm going to take Etsy.
Am I putting you down for Etsy?
Yeah.
Damien steals Etsy from Emma's portfolio. Emma.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't care about Etsy though.
Retribution time. What are you going to steal?
Notice, Emma, I stayed away from the only two you actually care about.
He says now he's trying to talk you into stealing something else.
No, she can take whatever she wants, but I am throwing it out there. I didn't have the heart to take.
I'm going to passively say.
I didn't have the heart to take Real or Grow Generation. I just didn't have it in me.
Emma, you have no heart, so just you can get it done without worrying about that.
I'm really struggling here.
Okay,
I've made my decision. I want Natura.
Oh.
Wow. I didn't see
my
that
number
one
two.
coming. I didn't see that coming at all. The cosmetic company? You hate cosmetics.
Yeah,
I don't hate cosmetics.
Dude, you ridiculed me for that.
All right. In the last 5 minutes of the show. In the last 5 minutes of the show, I have one more pop-up game that we're going to do.
Steal back?
No, there's no steelbacks. So this has been enjoyable for me. Probably
Emma,
no one else.
What was your ranking
Yes.
for Etsy on your list?
What was my ranking?
Yeah.
Etsy was
Etsy was number 8.
8.
Oh, she took my number 2.
You could have
See how
taken
she
Vital
is?
Farms, which was number 5, but you chose.
See how
Etsy.
she is?
Wait,
you see how she is?
chose Etsy. You could have stolen
You could
anything.
have taken any of them.
See how she is? I didn't see her rankings though. My
I
rankings
think
my
that you
rankings
are
are on the
asking
spreadsheet.
me to do something unreasonable that I chose not to do.
She's cutthroat. She's cutthroat.
I like everything.
I could have taken Grow Generation or Beyond Meat just to spite you.
The next thing we're gonna do is something that I'm calling incongruous ticker.
Oh.
I found, and this is going to take 5 minutes. I found a handful of tickers that are totally incongruous with what the company does, and I loved it. I thought it made me giggle. And you're going to have to buy one and put it on your JV team. You're just picking purely on the ticker. You don't know what these companies do. You don't know anything about them, I'm guessing.
That's hilarious.
So you're picking purely on the ticker. And here are your tickers. Are you ready for this?
Always.
Yep.
Bro, BRO
no.
is a
No.
ticker.
Okay.
Hell no.
Che, like Che
Ooh.
Guevara.
Maybe.
Cry.
Michael Che. Wait,
Cry.
say it again?
Cry is another ticker.
Emma
Yeah.
wants cry.
But
might
Emma's
need
also
Cry.
going to want the next one. Ew. EW.
No.
Ew.
I don't want that one.
Out is a ticker.
Hmm.
And vet is a ticker. My guess is vet and out are not that interesting. I have guesses as to what you would pick, but each of you gets to pick one of these tickers, and
Emma's
we're going to
picking
put it on
Cry.
your JV team.
Emma, you're picking cry, right? You got so excited.
Is it Cry like CRY?
CRY. You cannot look
Wow,
these up.
good spelling.
Well,
I'm just
hate
saying,
you.
she nailed it.
She did nail
I
it.
literally hate you. Oh shoot! It's between Cry and Ew.
I think you
I
should like it.
like this. The two moods of Emma Damakosh. I like it.
You're
Cry
right.
and ew.
I can also feel icky while I cry.
In what order do you feel crying and ewing? Probably ew and then cry.
Here's my concern about Cry.
You were so
when
excited about cry.
No, I was
No,
here.
she's worried about what the company is.
I'm worried about what the company is because the reason I asked what the spelling was is because if it was CRI, I wouldn't be as concerned. But if it's CRY, I'm worried that it's crypto.
I'm worried that I would be worried if Matt picked CRI and called it cry. Matt's not that stupid.
I mean,
A little bit, but I did not. I actually got rid
I
of.
like your
there
thought.
was another one of the alternates was AZZ, AZZ, and it was close to ass. But I was like, nah, that's not on the nose enough. I got to go right on the nose.
okay, I've made my decision.
Yeah.
I'm going with the
Ew.
feeling that I more frequently have, which
Ew.
is the ew feeling.
Ew. All right. I'm gonna
Every day,
what I'm
she has
gonna
to work
do
with us. There's
is
a
I'm
big
gonna
ew.
I'm gonna buy
Correct.
it. I'm gonna and then I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I mean, Che is the only one that resonates with me, being an old person.
I knew it would. I knew
And-
you'd love that.
And I'm secretly hoping, if there's one thing that everyone should know who's listening, the one skill set I've always been interested in picking up is understanding and having knowledge about cheeses.
Ooh.
And I'm
Okay.
hoping it's a cheese play.
Oh my god.
I need a cheese play in my portfolio. I'm hoping that's what this is.
All right, Che for Damien. Here we go.
Uh-oh, better not be like guns.
Trading by $1 worth of Che.
Can we look it up now, or are you going to tell us?
Now I'm going to tell you what it is, what you both own. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Ew is Edward Life Sciences. They make heart devices.
That's good for Emma.
Oh.
It's not
Okay.
terrible. It's not terrible.
Nerdy.
It's a little nerdy. And
That's
I
fine.
I think that when they registered for ew, they did not realize that they're
Emma
not
was
that
around?
icky.
No, they knew
Um,
what they were doing.
Damien bought
Uh-oh.
Che, which is actually ChemMed, CHEMED. They
That's the
do
worst.
healthcare and maintenance. They are actually the owners of Roto-Rooter. I like that Che makes Roto-Rooter.
What's Roto-Rooter? Is it a chemical?
It's that what you put in your drains when they get blocked.
Is it like
Roto-Rooter.
toxic?
Probably. Yeah.
All right, can I sell Che?
No, your JV is locked. Your JV is locked right now. Locked.
Damn it! What was Cry?
Cry was CryoLife, a cryogenics
Oh,
company.
of course. Like Ted Williams' head is in there. Damn it.
Bro was Brown & Brown, an insurance company. Out was Outfront Media. They do billboards.
Ooh, that would be nice.
And Vet was Vermilion Energy, an oil and gas company. I thought maybe
They're all
you guys would
terrible.
like support our military and say I'm going to go with the Vet, but no, you don't support our military.
I
You
was
hate
thinking-
our
I
military.
support our vets. I do not support our military.
I don't
Okay,
support
okay,
our vets.
Parsons
I
doesn't
thought
support
vet
our military.
stood for pet doctor.
It also could have been that.
I did.
On the alternate list was CIA, which is a Citizens, an insurance company. Which is Hawaiian Electric. And I almost this was on the list until the last second. Essay, which is
How is you? Is it EWW?
EW.
no,
Edward
that's
Life Sciences.
ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essay is ESCO Technologies. They do aerospace. All right. That's all I've got. Do you have any questions or anything else we need in the last 30 seconds of this show?
That's more than enough.
I loved this show. We're going to, next week, I have some suggestions. The rules now are going to be the JV is limited to 10 companies. You want to add one? You got to subtract one. You can relegate it down to JV and keep a tab on it, or you got to sell it entirely. You can also elevate up from JV into to varsity and swap that way. But next week I'm going to have I have a couple new companies that I want to bring. I have some ideas. They're actually companies that I feel like would touch Damien's touchy-feely side and Emma's hipster modern social justice-y side. So I've got some companies in the pipeline, but it's going to mean getting rid of something if you want to add them. So that's what it's going to be. That was the Blowhard Index. I'm Matt Muscardi. That over there is Emma Damakosh lurking, and that is Damien Rollis, not so much lurking as confused. We are Free Float Media. If you like what you heard, if you're listening on the podcast, subscribe. If you like what you saw because you watched the live stream, which is what you should be doing, because you can trade this live and you can watch us make money. And by make, I mean lose. Don't do that because we're not financial advisors. And none of this is financial advice. Otherwise, we'll be back at you next week with more Blowhard Index. Thank you, Blowhards.
Thank you, Blowhard.
You're welcome.